thanks to our friends for helping us out tonight. Our thanks to John Mayer for helping us out. Our thanks to Will Ferrell for stopping by and sharing his talent. Abe Vigoda, my God, our thanks to him. The White Stripes. And our good friend Andy Richter. It meant the world to me that he could be here tonight. We need some things need to be said here at the very end of the show. You see me every night, and I'm pretty much the figurehead at the bow of this ship. There's a lot of people working very hard to make this happen every night. An incredible staff and crew, numbering over 100 people, have been working very hard on the show since day one. We have weird ideas. The best ones we tend to come up with very late in the day. Everybody here scrambles. They scramble and they make it happen. The people down here on the floor, the people in the booth, there's so many people working at this show very hard to make me look good and quasi-professional. I love them, and I have the best staff and crew in the history of television, and my eternal gratitude to all of them. And check out the credits tonight, because that's where you'll really see the individual names. There's obviously not time to do that now, but I'm blessed to have these people. I want to say something very quickly about the Max Weinberg 7. I have been blessed with a top-quality Tonight Show orchestra since 1993. It just took me a while to catch up to them. They are the best band I can imagine in the world. Max Weinberg, Jimmy Vivino, Richie La Bamba Rosenberg, Mike Merritt on bass, Jerry Vivino. Our thanks to Scott Healy, and of course, who can forget Mark Loveman Pender. My thanks to our announcer, Joel Goddard, was initially hired way back in the summer of 1993 to just announce the show. No one thought you'd ever see him. He turned in to one of the quirkiest and most brilliant Dadaist television performers in the history of the medium. I love him. He's a great man, and our thanks to Joel Goddard for everything that he's done for us. The writers. I started as a television writer. I'm a snob about television writers. I have unparalleled writers. They are just the greatest left-brain thinkers. They're strange, they're weird. A lot of them, I think, are probably desperately ill. They have given their talent, their time, and their lives to me to make this show so memorable. There have been many over the years. I love them dearly. I have to point out just a few, in particular, our first head writer, Robert Smigel, who started the whole thing off and is a genius, and I love him. Our thanks also to Marsh McCall for his great work. John Groff, and last but certainly not least, head writer here for many years, our current head writer. He's right over there. I call him the Scarecrow, Mike Sweeney, and he's a great man. Yeah. Took me years to figure out he has the applause sign button. I just thought he was popular. Let me say something about Lorne Michaels. There are many young fans of the show who don't know really what happened, my personal history and how I came to host this show. In 1993, Lorne Michaels took one of the greatest and most ridiculous chances in the history of this medium when he plucked a completely unknown writer with no television experience and bad skin. I'll tell you about him later. And threw him on television. And Lorne always told me, I have ultimate faith in you. Lorne Michaels single-handedly made my career in television. And let's just hear for Lorne Michaels. And I don't know what I did. I think I must have saved his life at some point. He certainly saved mine, so my thanks to him. NBC, it's very popular to make jokes about the network, and I've made more than my share, and we're in the toilet right now, so why not? But I'd like to take a second and acknowledge some people at NBC who really have been there for me. Rick Ludwin, since day one, had faith in this show. He liked this show when nobody did, and when it wasn't cool to like this show, and he helped keep us on the air. My thanks to him. Don Ohlmeyer pulled the trigger on hiring me. People thought he was crazy, and he stuck with me through some tough times, and my eternal thanks to him. Jeff Zucker has stuck with me and showed an eerie faith in me, which I shall repay a millionfold. Bob and Suzanne Wright, who were just like family to me, and just I love them very dearly. And special shout out to Nick Bernstein for everything that he has done, and my thanks to those people. Let me say very quickly, and I'm not going to go on too long, a little something about David Letterman. David Letterman invented this late night show. And he is, I believe, one of the probably one of the most brilliant broadcasters, certainly of the last century and this century and for all of time. I have a terrific amount of respect for him and what he did. He set the bar absurdly high for everybody in my generation who does this. And living in his shadow has been a burden and an inspiration for me for years. And I think we need to acknowledge that it all started with David Letterman. It really did. In the same vein, I'd like to say something about Mr. Jay Leno. Jay Leno is, from day one, has called me constantly and offered his support. Every night at the end of The Tonight Show, Jay Leno says, "Stay tuned for Conan O'Brien." He has done that since 1993. The Tonight Show under Jay Leno has been a powerhouse. His success turned into success for us. I owe that man a great deal. I'm thrilled that we get to be friends for all of our time in television and that he will continue to be my lead-in. And I'm thrilled that we're on the same network. And so my thanks to Jay Leno for all he's done for me. You can't imagine the last couple of weeks. I walk around this city, and, you know, people, I'm easy to spot. I'm 6'4", shocker red hair, and I'm like Big Bird from Sesame Street walking Manhattan, and people jump out. The warmth and the kindness of the city of New York is something I will never forget. New York has altered the DNA, doing the show here has altered the DNA of our show. And shooting a show in Rockefeller Plaza this is Mount Olympus of broadcasting. There's nothing like it in the world, doing a show here. And this is going to be a powerful memory for me my entire life. It'll never get better than this. And my eternal thanks to the people that work in this building and to the city of New York. I mean, I just can't believe that I got to do a show in this building. So my thanks eternally to this area. And then we get to someone, let me tell you something. I got to someone who is really, he's the guy that gets the show on the air every single day. We're the writers and myself, and we're running around. We have our crazy ideas, and musicians are hep cats, and they're off doing whatever those guys do. And there's one guy who organizes it all and gets it on the show, gets the show on the air consistently. He cheers me up when I'm down, depresses me when I'm too high. When this man is done in television, I think I'm going to have to get out, too, because I don't know how to do this with anybody else. Our executive producer, give it up for Jeff Ross, because that's the guy. And, no. Standing, no. No, sit. Please. That cheapens my standing O. Getting very personal for just a second, I have a beautiful wife I love very much who keeps me sane and two lovely children, and they help keep me sane. I'd also very much like to acknowledge my family. My parents are here tonight, and I'll tell you something about them. They taught me from day one, it's fine to be funny, but if you have no character, none of it's worth a damn. And they're great people, and I'm here because of them. And also one other person, my brother Neil, has watched every show since the beginning, every single show, called me the next day and told me it was great, even when it clearly wasn't. I love him. He's a genius and a student of television. And, and then we're here. I don't know what I did to deserve the opportunity to do this. There are people that have hosted these kinds of shows who are, I'm sure, better than I am. Nobody has ever enjoyed it more than I do. It's an incredible, amazing honor to do this program for you people. And I want to say something about, we're going on to this next gig. And sometimes I read that it's time for Conan to grow up because he's going to 11:30. And I assure you, that's just not going to happen. I can't. This is who I am, for better or worse. And, yeah, it's just, I don't know how. Let me, as a last note, just say that, this is, I really, so many people that have loved the show over the years, you do this at 12:30, you throw it out there, you don't know what it means to people, and, you know, this just has meant the world to me, and I love you very much. Please come hang with me at the next gig. We're going to have a really good time. We're gonna really knock it out of the park. Good night, and God bless you.